sloppy now. See you soon. We've lost an allied unit.
What happened? The stream. This time it was just the stream itself. So sometimes the stream does this weird thing where it tries to act like it's still recording, but it actually isn't. So yeah, that's what happened this time. It didn't act. It wasn't like the thing itself disconnected.
Guess we lost this one. Here are this battle's rewards.
What are the missions? I don't even know if I've really been doing my missions or not. The daily stuff. Unless I did them earlier. I might have actually already done them for today. It's not the end of the world. Yeah, no, that one was actually the stream itself had an issue. Streaming has not been kind. Yeah, that time it was like, again, it was the actual stream that had an issue.
I handle pilot sorties for the whole making preparations for sortie.
450, 650,
Procedure. Making preparations for sortie.
350. Might be time for a new hamster, yeah. Yeah, I'll probably end it here if it's like having so many issues. I'll probably just have this be like the outro. But yeah, Willie, to answer your question from the last one, the Goof Ignited I wouldn't mind seeing, because I do actually like the design of that suit. When it comes to like the suits from Sea Destiny, like the Zaku Warrior and like the Dom Trooper, those ones I think are really cool. So I would like to see those. I was about to ask you about one suit that I realized I never mentioned. Oh yeah, was that with the Goof Ignited? Because I did see the comment before it went away. Yeah, Goof Ignited. Again, I wouldn't mind seeing it. TB version still needs the Gym, Gun Tank, and Rick Dom. Yep. Shadow Zaku Striker is awesome with the Beam Halberd and the Shoulder Gatlings. Since it would also be a spaced one too. Yeah, that's like probably would be one of the exceptions with seed suits. Like, I wouldn't mind seeing that one. Especially if it's like space compatible, I wouldn't mind seeing it. Like yeah, with Thunderbolt, yeah, we do need the Gym. You obviously would see the orange color scheme in the game due to being of the one from Seed. Doesn't it come in a few colors though? Like, I think it does also come in the standard blue? Unless the standard blue is a pilot specific. Actually no, I thought the standard blue may be the mass production and the orange was specific. But my knowledge on Seed is not that good. So I don't remember which one it is specifically. It is standard blue, okay. But they probably would add the orange one though. Akusika and the IWSP. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing Strike Rouge. That'd be probably one of like the only other exceptions. But Pilot did have one that was orange, so they probably would do the Pilot color one. I never did like the Goof in orange, just feels off. But also, yeah, the icy blue. Yeah, I never found the model kit for that. Like, I did want to get it, but I never found anyone who had it. I mean, I wouldn't say Goof in orange is the weirdest thing, because there is that sand-colored Goof from Origin. So, the Goof appearing in other colors, I feel like isn't that strange. Although I do prefer the blue on it. But hey, it's not Makuve's Goof. I'll never stop disrespecting that thing. I just realized the fingers on the Goof in this game they are blue. And I don't mean the gun fingers, I mean just the regular fingers are blue. I never realized that. Goof Custom is still the best Goof. Yeah, I'd say it's definitely up there. If we're like just looking at Goofs. Honestly, I'd say Goof Custom probably would be one of the best mobile suits in general, just because I feel like it's a pretty well-known one. Because it ironically got leaked. But yeah, I feel like with Seed really doesn't have much I could ask for if it ever gets added. Probably like Goof Ignited, Wingdom, and like the Jin. Those probably would be the three. See that it was a clan suit, the Makuve Goof. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, I'd rather just wait for that thing to come out, like, in recycle tickets or something. Buku and the Lago. Lago would eat you, Goof. I don't know about Buku. I feel like Buku would be pretty doable. Probably just depends on the Buku variant, though. I feel like a standard one wouldn't be that hard to deal with. But like any of the other variants, like maybe might be a bit more of a challenge. Is there anything else? Not really sure if I can think of anything else. Like, again, when it comes to Seed. I'm not even sure if they would try to add, like, anything else outside of, like, Seed. Like, Wing and stuff. I just still think it'd be a couple of protagonist AU suits, and that'd be the only thing. It would be interesting to see what Val's Dom would look like as a custom unit. I know there's like that Vol, like Mr. Val's Dom from like Build, but I don't think that would really count. I think the closest thing we ever got to like a Vombal Vol Dom was like one of the games where if he did survive, he could use it, and it was like in his custom like blue colors. So as far as we know, at least from that, it doesn't seem like he'd make any major changes to it. Though it would still be an interesting concept to see, though. There was the Gelgoop that was the what if. I think in that game, like, he had, like, every suit. Yeah, in, like, a PS2 game. I think he had everything, really. Like, he had his Goof, Dom, he had a Gelgoop, and then if he survived in the Gelgoop, he'd move to a Gian. I think we will need to wait till April. That's when UCE drops on PC. So we'll see if the AU is really coming. Well, I mean, the Freedom Gundam is already in PC. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, I feel like at that point it really would just be more like if it's coming to a console or not. Move to a GAN? That's just a downgrade? Yeah, like, he had, I think that was like his final suit he had in that scenario, like he'd move to a GAN. I'd like to see Vol, all the 3-barrel machine gun with a shield, maybe a secondary melee? to an already better suit here, come on now. Yeah, like, I can kind of get him using a Gian, but if he, like, switched the melee weapon, like, if you gave him, like, a Beam Naginata instead of, like, the Gian's Beam Saber, I think it probably would be a bit more fitting for him. Because I feel like, you know, obviously I feel like Rambalval really doesn't have that, like, fencing style that Makuve has. That or if he was in Gian Eos, I think that'd probably be also another pretty good fit for Rambalval. But yeah, I feel like other than that, I really don't see the Gian being a really good pick for him. I think it was really just more for like the sake of the game. Been like they're all just like in his custom colors. I don't think he really made any changes to them. Haimo Gelgook, they're better. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Rollin Adam. Yeah, it happened in like one game. It's like a what if thing. With dual heat sabers. Oh, that'd be cool. But I feel like at that point he probably would just use like a Naginata or something. Just like the standard like weapon. But yeah, it was like a thing. I forgot which game it was in. Like, if Rambalval survived you fighting him in the Goof, he would just show up in like every other following Xeon suit that was like actually in the original Gundam. So it'd be Goof, Dom, Gelgook, and then Gian, and every time he would say his iconic, like, this is no Zaku, like, line, but every time he would say it like it's the previous suit before, so when he moved to his Dom, he would say, this is no Goof boy, no Goof. Raw would be OP in the Fleet. Yeah, the Fleet would actually probably be a really good suit for him. He would have that with a Heat Rod. But I feel like even, like, if he had, like, something like a mix between the regular Fleet and Doug Schneid's Fleet with the 3-barrel machine gun, I think that would probably fit his style really well, because it would still have some of those goof elements to it. I don't know, I feel like I can see that in there. Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't try to put the Heat Rod on, like, more suits. I guess Volley wasn't the most practical weapon, though, so I mean, I wholly understand why they maybe kept it to the goof lineage. Because I don't think a Dom would really be very effective with, like, a heat wire weapon. Or at least, like, the standard goofs. Give it dual heat, wait, the Efreet Kai exists? Yeah, just give him an Efreet Kai without, like, the exam. And I feel like that pretty much would be, like, the Rambalval Efreet. Or like I said, they're probably a standard Efreet as well. Crazy Nimbus. It is an interesting concept to think about. It'd be cool if that was like something they made like kits of, but I mean I can understand why they probably wouldn't want to make like what if things. At least not as like model kits, because they probably wouldn't be really guaranteed sellers. At that point they probably just expect people to paint the things. Could be a fun challenge in GB4 to build Rallsy Fleet. I mean, technically I think I could probably do that in New Gundam Breaker, because I want to say the Fleet Custom should be in that game. I just don't know what level you get his parts from, because I rarely ever see the thing. But if GBO4 does add more of the other Fleet parts, like the P Bandai kits and stuff, then I feel like, yeah, you could probably do something with it. At least the Efreet Schneid, I'm surprised, hasn't been any in the games. Because that's a regular release kit. But yeah, hopefully they do add some of, like, more things to, New Gundam Breaker. Well, not New Gundam Breaker, but Gundam Breaker 4. I'm hoping they really try to just go all out with the roster, and it's not, like, really limited. Because I do get it, like, they do add things from, like, multiple timelines and stuff, so it probably does get to the point where it's a bit much to, like, have a lot of stuff added in the game. Well, I think, like, Gundam Breaker Mobile could only get away with it because it is a mobile game where they had, like, events and stuff that were constantly going. So there they could add things constantly, and I feel like nobody would really, you know, bat an eye to it. But I feel like when it comes to, like, something like Gundam Breaker 4, like I think what Willie said earlier, probably DLC would be a good way to go about it. Or it might have been Goof who said it, like with the DLC. thoughts on the Zeta 3A and the coming 3B and 3C? I mean, from what I've seen of the 3A, it seems like it's going to be a pretty good 650. I can't really speak for the 3B or the 3C, though. I still think we need to wait for what's coming. Yeah, because we only have one trailer so far, so I mean, we really need something that's really going to show us more. But I'm hoping they try at least to, you know, go all out with this game, though. Because I feel like a new Gundam Breaker game is like something that has been requested for a long time now. So hopefully they deliver. Like, even if it's like doesn't have all like the suits that everyone would want. Like, at least if they expand the roster a bit, and as long as like gameplay is like good, I think it'd be enough, really. But yeah, like I said, we'll have to like wait and see for like what they're doing with that. Yeah, I think that's really it for like Gundam Breaker 4 stuff. I can't really think of anything else to say about that game at the moment. Like Willie said, we just gotta wait for like more information to come out. "3B has a similar anti-beam coating, and the 3C has the Psycho Neutralizer, supposedly stronger than the biosensor." I mean, sounds interesting. Hopefully the J, Delta Chi, and the FF new to be added. I can definitely see them adding the FF units, like both the new and the Sazabi. They probably would add both of those. The J would be a really cool one to see. It really just depends if they're going to use the high grade or the reborn design. And Delta Chi, yeah. Actually, yeah, as far as Delta Chi is not in any of the Breaker games as far as I've seen, considering it does seem like it's an iconic suit. So I feel like the Delta Chi would probably be one they could add. Actually, yeah, Unicorn as well is another series that seems like it was in mobile. Yeah, like that kind of seems like Unicorn is another thing where I feel like there's really not a lot of suits that should be in. Like, there's no, at least in the context of New Gundam Breaker, there's no Zulu, none of those variants. Like, really, you're very limited. Like, you don't really have a lot of, like, the sleeve stuff either. And at least if we get the Mara side, they can just give us the Fidine rifle and another suit, and we can just try to make the Unicorn version ourselves, so... Rizal, that's another one. Got a few Jagan variants. Like, there's a few things they can add. I mean, I don't think they'll try to go all out in, like, P Bandai suits. They'll probably try to still stick to, like, regular releases. But they could probably still, again, just slide more, P Bandais in there. Because I know, like, you did have the Weebaru that's in, like, that was in, like, New Gundam Breaker and Mobile. So, yeah, I mean, it would be cool to see. But we'll see what they add, though. Like, I'm gonna try to keep an eye on it. That was, in GB3 Weebaru. Yeah, but it was in New Gundam Breaker, and it was in mobile as well. So I guess it's been around for decent enough time. I don't know how old its model kit is. The Wound Warders DLC. I mean, I wouldn't mind seeing it as a regular release, but I mean, I could probably see them doing it as some sort of DLC. AOZ is another thing as well that they really don't have. Give it the double booster rifles. Yeah, that's another one as well. I feel like AOZ doesn't have a lot of like options either. Like, I think it's always been like TR5 Haru and like the Advanced Zeta with like the visor and stuff. Aside from that, like, you really didn't have anything. No standard Hazel, no Hazel 2, no Jim Quell. You didn't have anything like that. I mean, Gym Quell you could probably just make from getting a gym custom, but yeah, it was DLC and Gundam Breaker 3. Yeah, Gundam Breaker 3 just seems like it has a lot of stuff that they can carry over that I think New Gundam Breaker just doesn't have. At least as far as I've seen for it. Because I'm pretty sure like New Gundam Breaker doesn't have Wound Wart in it, because there's like a level that's specifically for AOZ suits, and it isn't in there. Hello, Speed Halo 54. What else is there? Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of things they can add. I feel like there's no point making a list of it, because I feel like a lot of things, it's either just already in another game, or it's just not gonna get in. So we'll see what they do with that. Especially since I think, yeah, Gundam Breaker 4 is supposed to have the ability to have, like, individual arms. Like, you can have one arm be one kit and one arm another. So it's going to really expand on the customization that people can do. So that's going to be something else with it, too. Also, the diorama mode looks really well. So I feel like that's going to be, like, enough of a reason just to get it for diorama mode. I think it's been enough as it is to say what it is so far. Yeah, what is what, so... Yeah, I don't think there's really much else to add to it. Again, we only have one trailer, so... Hopefully we get some new information on that soon. That honestly is something I can mess around with so much. Yeah, like... And especially from what they showed for diorama, like, it looks like it's gonna be really good. And it looks like you can actually put a lot of, like, suits in it. And, like, you can, like, apply damage and stuff to them. It looks like it's gonna be really good. Like, you can probably make a lot of interesting stuff with that, so... my only thing with it is that I hope on consoles they make it to where you can stream it on YouTube. New Gundam Breaker did not have that function. You can only stream it on Twitch. Lots of meme potential. Quick question. What are your own thoughts on the Zeta Gundam A3? I don't own it, but from what I've seen of it, it looks like it's a really good suit. I've fought a few of them, and like I said, they seem like they're really good. I think it's going to be like a pretty mainstay 650 for a while. White Zeta be fantastic. Yeah, that seems to be the word that's going around about it. Top frontliner overall. Yeah, it seems like it's gonna be really good. Did the stream cut off again? Or to like until the gray Zeta is added? That depends what the gray Zeta is though. Like the gray Zeta, I don't know what it looks like, but it could definitely be something else. Probably end up being a support. Yeah, they probably would try to make like each of them something. Like probably one would be a general, another support, and another evade. That seems like it would make sense if they tried that. Gray Zeta is a 3B type with anti-beam. So they probably would make it like the raid. Gray is pretty much a support one. The red would be the raid. Yeah, see, can I find this? I need to like find an image of these things. Gundam Gray Zeta. Oh yeah, I think definitely looks like it can be a support. The Viper Zeta is much more close combat. Yeah, the gold Zeta definitely looks like, or the gray Zeta definitely looks like it'd be more of a support. The red Zeta would definitely be a raid. I feel like that's, yeah. So it seems like each one is going to be of each class. Yeah, I think it's like a big, like, cannon, big gun on it. Yeah, that'd be a support. I have no doubt that would definitely be a support one. Colors make it look like a bee with the two things on the back, making it look like bee wings. Yeah, so they're definitely interesting designs too for the gray and red ones, because the white one looks like a regular, like, Zeta, but then you have the other two that have a lot of detail on them. Grey Wolf, because the pilot is obvious if you know him. Yeah, did he say it was Shin in it? Like Shin Matsunaga? Which would be pretty interesting, actually. I guess that might have been why he never got a Gelgoog Vertex. White Zeta is really just a tuned-up Zeta for Ammo, the White Unicorn. I'm more concerned about how they balance them. The 3B has anti-beam coating, but the Red Snake has not very much weaponry. Okay, well, they have two options when it comes to beam coating. Either they are going to make it like the Hayakushiki that has really good beam resistance, or they're going to do the stupid thing and they're going to make it like the sticking Delta Gundam's beam coating skill. Which would be the dumbest thing ever, because I don't think anyone actually likes that skill. It is weird about the info about it having biosensors. Let's see. As for the other one, let's see. The Red Snake. Yeah, I mean, I feel like beam deflection coating is not really going to be that much of an issue. Yeah, yeah, that they can end up doing that. Yeah. Let's see. Vulcan gun. Beam saber, beam gun, has a beam pistol and a shield. I mean, I feel like that might be enough weaponry for it. Like, they just would have to balance it. But it probably would be a raid, so it probably would really focus more on its melee potential. Beam pistol. Pistol is powerful enough to destroy an enemy unit with a single shot. It can also emit a beam knife from its barrel, allowing it to use as a melee weapon. Yeah, that thing's definitely gonna be a raid. Quick little side note, they found Gundam Evolve 9 made the cannon, thanks to the Mobile Suit Gundam Polarizer, Amuro way beyond the Aurora. Or even the defenses to make up with it, along with the rest of the kit and skills of the suit. So yeah, I mean, it seems like they got a pretty good layout of like how it would go. Like, it's definitely going to be a raid and support thing. Really, it just depends how they add the gray. Like I said, looking at it, red I just know, melee monster of some kind. Yeah, like I said, I mean, just by looking at the design and the weapons it has, I feel like gray will definitely be a support. Because I feel like they would want to try to do some, like, Trinity type of deal with it. Make one of, like, each class. Kind of like what they did with the Gelgoog Vertexes. I'm open to use the other two if I'm lucky enough getting them on my own. I mean, they seem like they'd be pretty cool additions. Since I only wanted the white one. Yeah, I think it's just gonna depend how they like turn out in like game. Somebody thought the red Zeta was probably going to end up being the Spring Festival suit. I'm not entirely sure. Then the Evolve design is like not really used much outside of Evolve 9. A 4-star Zeta. I don't think they'd make it a 4-star because the white one is a 3-star. I think they would try to keep them all consistent. So I don't think it'd be a 4-star suit. Seeing that being used is nice to see than the one based on the Green Divers look. Yeah, I don't think they'd make it a 4-star with the red one. All three are gonna be 3-stars like the Vertexes. Yeah, most likely. Like, I don't see any reason why they'd make one a 4-star. White Zeta has one of the longest stationary times for a charged beam, 10 or 11 hits, feels a bit vulnerable. Well, I mean, you can charge while moving it, though, so that's probably just meant to balance it out. Stunlock somebody 3 times with it, and you hit it right. The likelihood of the red Zeta being a 4-star pretty low, yeah. Especially with like how like it seemed like limited on weapons too. Like I feel like that just wouldn't be the case for like a 650 on top of that. Like they would keep them consistent. They're gonna keep them consistent, and like I said, they're probably gonna make it like a general raid support thing. Can also follow up with a beam rifle stun if you switch right away to it. I was be surprised if it's the over-on. Oh, that could be possible. Because, I mean, I don't know when else they're going to try to release it. Like, over-on at some point. Because I feel like that might be a suit they would actually try to announce that's releasing to get people, like, hyped for it. Oh, there's like I think there's like some of the variants as well. Saving up right now. Yeah, like I said, I feel like they really don't have a theme at the moment for like what series they're covering. So I feel like at this point it's gonna be fair game as to like whatever gets added. What about my Theta Plus though? Because it has been around a while now. 650 me has been honestly better since the Y nerfs. Yeah, I feel like you don't see him as much, which is like nice. Because I feel like his Ys were just, like, his Ys don't even feel like they were overpowered aside from the missiles. They were just kind of annoying to deal with. Yeah, I don't know about Theta Plus, because I think that may have been leaked a while ago, but haven't really heard any word about it. Deserved L. Yeah, put like that L up there with the Atlas. But you probably see them trying to release like the other Zetas. That's a suit I know one guy is only carrying a C in GBO2. The double Zeta with visor. In Red V on Discord. There's a double Zeta with a visor? I mean, does the visor do anything? Or is it like, just exist? Oh, Theta Plus. Oh, okay, so yeah. I mean, that's why I was on my team. Arctic base. Theta Plus. Oh, yeah. I can kind of see why I would have those vibes to it. And it was a win. Theta Plus has same visor as the Hayaki Shiki. Not like it's bad, but I don't know, it does not feel that special when I look at it. I mean, yeah, like, seems like it's just a bulked up kind of like Theta Plus, like A1 and C1. Even though that person be like, but it's just Zeta with the white Zeta, but I mean, yeah, I think, yeah, white Zeta is pretty much a white Zeta, but it's kind of like just the general version of like the Hyper Mega Launcher version. So I can kind of get where they're coming from with that one, but at the same time, it is doing its own thing, like it has its own unique skills and stuff. It's kind of its own thing too, yeah. But it has its own things going for it. At least in this game, though. Like, if you just kind of put them next to each other, I can understand that. Like, oh, like, this is just a white Zeta. Like, I feel like if you just kind of put, like, the images next to each other, I feel like it'd be kind of that case. But gameplay-wise, it does seem like they are, they're doing their own thing. Kind of surprised we haven't gotten the Theta Plus yet, though, because I feel like, yeah, that is a suit. We've already gotten the A1 and the C1, so getting the Theta Plus feels like it should have happened by now, but just hasn't. Unless they're just waiting for like a certain time to release it or something. It is like that at first, but when added in, it can just be a higher cost version of it, like with the Doga Kaius and the base Doga. I can imagine be a case like that. So I feel like it's good if you do want something like the Zeta, but does have its own like unique things going for it. Because like if you like the design of the Zeta, but you want something with a different playstyle, you do have that option, at least. So that is nice. Where's the Zeta Plus A2? He has another one as well. That suit has like more skills and power with switching over mobile armor for that stuff. Yeah. Like you said, it has its own thing going on for it. So it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with like the other two variants. If they're gonna be just as good as it. Because I feel like at least when it came to the vertexes, I feel like all of them are like pretty decent. The only one I feel like is questionable is the raid vertex. New Zeta Plus variants? I wish there was one. Like, again, yeah, kind of surprising we haven't seen those in a while. Especially since they seem like just like very easy ads, just like trying to repurpose the models. Just gotta like add or change some stuff about them, and you're pretty much golden. So remember one of my friends getting the Zeta A3 and called it a Zeta Gundam wannabe. Well, I mean, it's not really a wannabe, it is a Zeta Gundam. I mean, it's not really trying to impersonate. If you want to call anything a wannabe Zeta Gundam, I mean, that's going to be the Rigazi. I think that's literally what it's referred to as in Char's counterattack at some point. Like, it's like called like a fake Gundam. So if we want to be throwing insults like that, you gotta look at like all the mass production Zetas. Even when I think of the Theta Plus, it's more that I just feel like more suits from Moon would stand out more. You know, them adding Moon stuff probably wouldn't be that weird. Especially now, because I mean, UC Engage is going to have the Moon event soon. So maybe that might be the next suit. It might be something from Moon, just to kind of like build up that hype. This is more accurately a Phas with no armor and a visor. I mean, it could... That doesn't even have the double beam rifle. I mean, like, it could be an interesting ad, because I assume it would be able to transform, being a Theta variant, so... That probably would be, like, the thing kind of going for it. But, yeah, I mean, it really would just depend, like, if it ever gets in the game at some point. It's just a weird one. Yeah, I mean, looking at the picture of it, I honestly can't say I feel the design that much. I'm not really feeling that one design-wise. Like, maybe it would look cooler in-game, but yeah. They were trying to get the Dejay Traversier banner expecting trash, but we got the Zeta Gundam A3. Well, you know, they gotta make that money off tokens. That was the actual Theta Gundam, since I feel like it would look more different than a double Zeta of some kind. Not entirely sure. I mean, like I said, given that the name is a Theta, oh, like, yeah, what is the actual Theta Gundam? So I'm sort of off about it. I can't say I can find anything about a Zeta, not a Zeta, but a Theta Gundam. I can only find like Theta Plus, so yeah. Theta Plus does transform, Hyper Mega Cannon does have the Smart Gun element, so maybe more charge shot variants. It really was only the one suit. Fafnir would be interesting. Yeah, I think that was in the most recent leaks. But I mean, it does look like it'd be a pretty cool suit to see, but definitely an interesting one. Doesn't look that weird though. I feel like it can be like pretty good. At least from like the images I've seen of it. But yeah, I mean, I really can't speak for things that haven't been added yet. So it's really just gonna be a case of like when they release them, we'll see if they're like any good or not and how they play. Just gonna depend on like cost and typing and all that jazz. But yeah, I think I'm probably gonna end the stream here because I've been talking for 45 minutes, so I really don't have much else to talk about. This might be a pretty good place to end it off here for now. Yeah, I'm gonna have a video up tomorrow as usual, same with Wednesday, and yeah. Oh, also, they also leaked the Gundam Mark II custom. Oh yeah, like the Bandager one that has like a Dovin Wolf arm. Yeah, I saw that one as well. The leak listing for it. One last thing to mention is what's really funny is that the Mark II. Oh, is that Mark II? Yeah, the Bandager custom one. Yeah, it's definitely an interesting design. I mean, I don't know when Bandager was using a Mark II with a Dovin Wolf arm. I don't know where he got a Mark II with a Dovin Wolf arm. Like, I feel like, I hope he wasn't trying to use that in the, I mean, I feel like with the, he has the B Magnum though, so it has to be the Unicorn era. Like, I just want to know. That's really funny to see BB added. Yeah, like I want to know where Bandager got a sinking Mark II from. But I mean, that's probably something I can go look up on like the wiki or something. I'll probably go find that in my own time. It's actually of the NT manga. Instead, oh, so it's what he had instead of the Silver Bullet Suppressor? That is definitely an interesting concept. That'd be a big difference too, like between both that and the movie. Yeah, I'll have to like go read up on it. Yeah, that is still. I want to know where he got a Mark II from. Like, I understand him getting his hands on a Silver Bullet. Yeah, it's strange. I understand him getting a modified Silver Bullet, but not a Mark II. Because I feel like at that point, like the Mark II would just be heavily outdated. Unless they like really upgraded the internals. Demir is also in the leak. Yeah, I did see that one as well. I think it was like a pretty much a small list of like things. Seeing it has the actual beam magnum in the files is so funny. 650 raid. I mean, that seems like that'd be pretty suitable for it. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting when it comes out. It's gonna be just interesting visually, I feel like. 3,600 damage at 550 cost. Oh boy. As a gen, of course. Oh. That's gonna be pretty funny to see. Especially at 550. Wow. Yeah, again, not a big difference between that and the Silver Bullet Suppressor. At least, like, looking just the cost there. Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty interesting one to see just how that's gonna function. But, yeah, gonna end things here. I think that pretty much is most of the leak stuff I can think of. At least, like, the more interesting stuff. This has been fun, yet rocky. Yeah, I did not think the comeback to streaming would have this many disconnects. So, hopefully next time, it's gonna be a bit better. And yeah, I have a lot of streams that I need to go put thumbnails on now. So, yeah, gonna go do that. So, goodbye and good night, everybody. And I will see you all in the next one. Later.